Now as you can see, I'm already loaded in, set up, ready to go, and now we are where we left off in the hinterlands, and now we are going to go deal with those wolves first before we go speak with Master Dennett. So I'll just show you guys where we are, where we're going to be going in there. So we're right here at the Red Cliff Farms camp. Our mission is over there to our right. We're going to just click that off. And then we are going to head along here. So, where this Fade Rift is, now this is just one of the two that we have to close. Now this one is easier to close. This one you have to be a bit more leveled up. We're going to go walk past there. Then right up around in this area here, there is a wolf's cave that we're going to go to. So let's get going. Now, how is your day going? Now, I've had a pretty good day so far. I mean, I slept most of it maybe, but it was good nonetheless. So there's a Fade Rift that I was talking about. Then I'll just come close to it. I'll just tell them to hold their position there. You'll notice there's a red symbol on them. And now with the white line, which means they're a higher level than what I am. So sadly, I can't go do that. But we are going to head this way. Along this faded real fast. Oh, little bit of you don't want to be over here when I get started. I do not enjoy killing them, but it has to be done. So next we'll head into this lovely cave here. This is a wolf's den.
That cave could be the lair of our strange wolves.
The lair. It is the lair of our strange wolves. Here are strange wolves. And
demon.
There is a demon controlling them. You know it's done when you hear the wolves howl. Yay, we freed wolves. Upon further investigation, that over here you'll find a bit more stuff. Now you'll find some coins. This weird looking barrel thing, or bag thing. And that. So that is one of the quests you'll see as we get to the wife of the Horse Master Dennett. Sorry, I had something stuck on my teeth. That is one of the quests she will ask us to do, so I come do this ahead of time. It's just easier to, when I get there and that she tells me, hey, well, you have to go do this, and that I tell her I've completed it. That puts me one step closer to his horses. The second thing, you do have to go speak with Master Dennett first, but that his farmhand will give you a mission to set up what's called watchtowers for the farmers. So we will go do that. First, let's go upgrade our teammates. So I know yesterday in that I had mentioned that I might start a profile as an archer. I have done that. And that I started it today. It's actually really good, so I'll keep it in that. If you guys want to see me do a couple streams on that, just give a different perspective in that and let me know. Blood Lotus. But let's go see Master Dennett. So you see up there, behind those trees, that's the Fate Rift we will go take care of afterwards.
This must be Master Dennett.
And thus, yes, this is Master Dennett. Yes, I know about search.
We should search the area.
So I come in here, I'll search first. This shelving unit right here is where you'll find it. It's a bottle of Thetis. We won't keep that open.
So you're the Inquisition, eh? Never. Name's Dennett. I can't. You'll have mounts once I know.
As a trickery, I like to just ask us.
If you have a problem with me personally, I'd like to know about it.
What? I've got no. My wife. Until then, you just.
So after you speak with him, then we're going to go talk with her.
I heard what my man said.
And I think she's an elf or human, I don't know. I think she's a human, but she dresses like an elf. So there we go. What we've. So we completed that one.
The master doesn't want me handing those rifts. If you put up a few watchtowers.
You said you...
I do. I've marked good spots on the map.
Farewell.
So let's go do this. And to finish the last leg of this mission, in that you have to actually go to the war table after you set up the 3 watchtowers. So let me just go deal with these. Ha ha ha! I've taken you down.
Interesting.
What's interesting?
It's surprising that an elven apostate is the one who joined the Inquisition voluntarily.
I'll be honest, that is very surprising. Whoa, 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 no, don't fall down the hill. Don't fall down. Don't just do what I did. That is not a good idea. So your first watchtower is going to be up here on this lovely hill. Believe me, it's a very good spot in that you can see a lot. Just slide down this hill. That one of the other things that it gives you is Master Dennett does give you 1 horse to start out with. And that I will go mount that here right now. You have the option to do, I see them as like just time challenges, but as his daughter puts it, in that it's a race. That's his daughter right there. Nah, so it's optional if you want to do those. And they're just based around here on that short races and that. So here is the second point for that, for the watchtowers. And we will get back onto the horse here. And we will jump down to here. So here we will try and get out of their reach. Because mounts, they'll take a certain level of damage before they will disappear, kick you off. Don't know why I went up that way. So you'll see there, they take... He just kicked me off. How rude, right? So we come up to this lovely hill here. And that is our third location. So now when we go back to the war table, because Cullen should be done. So let's just take these guys down. And we should be able to fast travel now. So we'll hop out of there. Out of question, actually, do I have... I have enough power to go to Val Royale. So we'll go back to the war room. So here we are back at Haven. And that, I'm just quickly typing something to a friend of mine. So here we are, let's head in. I'll be honest, it feels so weird running as a Qunari in that I played as humans, dwarves, elves. That I tried having a Qunari one, it just felt kind of weird.
Your kind killed the most holy. Lies. Your kind let her die. Shut your mouth, mate!
Enough!
Knight
Knight
Captain.
Captain.
That is not my title. We are not Templars any longer. We are all part of the Inquisition.
And what does that mean exactly?
Back already, John. Haven't you done enough?
I'm curious, Commander, as to how your Inquisition and its herald will restore order as you've promised.
Hello?
Of course you are. Back to your duties, all of you.
I'll be honest, Chancellor Roderick is a cheery fellow. But honestly, don't take me at my word for that.
I didn't realize any of Leliana's Oxman Thrin, if you find what I need to fill one of my... Here, take a look. You just take it over there. One of my boys will take them.
Farewell.
Make her go with.
We will go get that here right away.
Blessed are the righteous. In their... Is that what? Is death your only... You speak for Andraste, no? What does the Maker's Prophet have to say about all of this? What's his game?
Don't ask me. I'm as baffled as you are.
You probably don't even worship...
Okay, I have to admit, my Qunari's face looks really smooth.
The Chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us.
I'm like really bad for that.
He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had. And he let her die. I thought that now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the
Maybe you...
No, it was a moment. Come.
She is a cheery fellow. So let's go get iron. And I'll show you where that logging stand is, because there is one here by Haven, where you can fill that requisition. I know, I jumped from thing to thing where I'm on a mission. So we'll just pick up some of this iron here. So I have iron up there. Nope. Okay, we got iron. Yay, iron. I call it iron. Iron. It's weird. I'm weird. Don't judge me. Iron.
I should look around.
There's notes. Keep those notes. That they will come in handy. I will show you why here in a few minutes. So here we go around this house. Now there's this gate looking thing. It looks really cool. I want to build one. Then right here in this large area of trees, you will find a logging stand right here in this cluster. And you'll be able to tell it because it has a shit ton of wood. And no snow around it. And you'll be able to place a flag. It's funny how that works, doesn't it? Isn't it? Iron. Iron. More iron. You can never have too much iron. Iron. I don't usually run back through this gate, but that if you're ever looking for iron in that Haven, that before you get out of Haven and that, because you will get out of it at some point, go around to like all the walls 5-6 times. You'll find so much iron. It's kind of why I wish you never leave this place, but that'd be nice if you could just stay here for the entire time. Not even have to go out on missions. Just sit here and collect iron. But there we go, we have our iron. Up the stairs we go. Before I go fill that requisition and that, we will come up these stairs. Head down this lovely little path here. Let's skip. La-di-da-di-da. Can't really skip, it sucks. But we come in here, apothecary, yay.
Huh. I shouldn't be surprised. You are not that Seeker Pentagon
Here,
seems to care whether
give Tygun's notes.
you want some of these mixed up. Farewell.
There we go. You can talk to Solus. I don't really talk to him though, he's... Come here, inspect, let's craft the item. Wonderful. Let's go talk with Cullen.
Mages and Templars were already at war. Now they're blaming each other for the Divine's death.
Which is why we require a proper authority to govern the Rebel Inquisition and its so-called Herald of Andrade. I think not.
I don't know. The Inquisition seems about as functional as any.
How many families are on the verge of splitting into open warfare?
Yeah.
Centuries of tradition.
I always ask this.
We are not the upstart, eager to turn over every apple cart.
Remind me why you're allowing the Chancellor to stay?
Clearly, your Templar knows where to draw the line.
He's toothless. There's no point turning him. The Chancellor's a good indicator of what to expect in Val Royeaux.
How widespread?
The Conclave destroyed, I am...
Exactly.
Or will...
You think...
But you won't grieve at the Herald of Andraste that conveniently swept under a carpet.
Well, let's hope we find solutions, and not a cathedral full of chancellors.
Stuff of nightmares.
Okay. Because all that screaming and yelling is annoying. I'll be right back. My controller was dead just before I started this, so I just wanted to make sure that I had enough battery to unplug it. Which I do. I should have just enough battery to last me 6 hours. So here, they are done. Thank you. Wonderful. And yay, coin. Again, I'm a weirdo. So we'll have Colin set those up. We will have Liliana go deal with this one.
Let's see what we have.
And then we'll put Josephine on here.
Let us begin.
And now let's go deal with Val Royeaux. Yes, that's right. I have to go contact... I like this. Adar, I heard you were dead, and then a prisoner, and then maybe you fell out of the Fade and landed on your head and forgot who you were. Seriously, stop that. We still haven't been paid. Some of our kith made it out of that giant shithole full of demons after the explosion. The rest are dead or missing. I don't know how many were rounded up, but hey, angry humans. If you're not dead and you remember who you are, help me find our brothers and sisters. Shuck. Hakrakar, I think is what this says. P.S. If you forgot who you are, I'll remind you. Your name is Adar. You're her Vashoth. You didn't get paid for being blown up. P.P.S. If you are dead, disregard this message. Because if I were somehow dead, I wouldn't be reading this right now. Although I like the P.S. If you forgot who you are, I'll remind you. Your name is Adar. You're Vashoth. You didn't get paid for being blown up. I'll go do that later. It's awesome.
Having the herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle is in control. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in beauty.
And we should ignore the danger to the Herald.
Let's ask him.
What can they do? It's just talk.
Don't underestimate the power of their words. An angry mob will do you in just as quickly as a blade.
I will go with him. Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have
We have to call the clerics together.
Once they are
Say, are ready, we will see this through. Let's go to Valroyo. Pardon me. Loading. I'm Mr. Loading. Oh, here we are.
The city still mourns.
Just a guess, Seeker, but I think they all know who we are.
Your skills of observation never fail to impress me, Varric.
My Lord Herald.
You're one of Leliana's people. What have you found?
The Chantry mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
They wish to protect the people from us?
We knew there would be some kind of reaction.
But I didn't expect the Templars to make an appearance.
The people may just be assuming what the Templars will do. I've heard of no concrete plans.
You think the Order's return to the fold, maybe? To deal with us upstarts?
I know Lord Seeker. I can't imagine him coming to the Chantry's defense. Not after all that's occurred.
It just means I have a larger audience to convince.
Perhaps. Return to him. Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
Never a dull moment. Bouncy, bouncy, bounce.
Stand wary, guardsman. Templars will stand for us and help Valroyo return to morning.
Good people of Valroyo, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart, silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of a murderer. Well, wonder no more. Behold, the so-called Herald. We say, this is a false prophet, a wicked Qunari sent to subvert the Maker's word.
I make no such claim. I wasn't sent here by Andraste or the Maker. I am simply trying to close the breach. It threatens us all.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late. The Templars have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.
Still yourself. She is beneath us. What's the meaning of this? Her claim to authority is an insult, much like your own.
Lord Seeker Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
Lord Seeker?
Creating a heretical movement. Raising up...
I can assure you this is not the Lord Seeker. That, because the way Cassandra talks about him sounds a lot better than this.
No one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine. If you're not here to help the Chantry, then you just came to make speeches. I came to see what frightens old women so, and to laugh.
But Lord Seeker, what if he really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
I will make the Templar Order a power that stands alone against the Void. We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing, and the Inquisition, less than nothing. Templars, Val Royo is unworthy of our protection. We march.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
Do you know him very well?
He took over the Seekers of Truth 2 years ago, after Lord Seeker Lambert's death. He was always a decent man, never given to ambition and grandstanding. This is very bizarre.
Do you think he can be reasoned with?
I hope so. If not him, there are surely others in the Order who don't feel as he does. Either way.
Stuck with her.
Excuse me, but is...
That's what we're attempting.
No one is doing this.
You want...
Never been part of something this big before, but...
Head to Haven, then. We need good people.
I don't... Thank you.
Let's talk with Revered Mother here.
This victory must please you greatly, Seeker Cassandra.
We came here seeking only to speak with the mothers. This is not our doing, but yours.
Leave me be, survivor. Your presence here is not comforting.
There's got to be a way to calm everything down and clean up this mess.
I hope against hope that may be the case.
Now we'll have an arrow shot at us.
What's that? An arrow,
Arrow with a message. So follow the clues.
Must be something here. Let's look around.
Ooh, a dragon. An Inquisition presence.
Commander Cullen's orders. This has been received as you may expect.
We must have a new divine. She will show us the way.
The thing I like about these people is they're heretics. They think that electing a new divine will...
You are the Herald of Andraste.
They think that, we should elect a new divine and follow her words on the matter, and that the problem is, though, that if we elect a new divine right now, how she will likely be killed, like the last one. Which I don't want to see happen right now. Just bounce down. Oh. Yay. So I first go to the courtyard, because if we go to the Imperial Enchanter first, it'll take us straight back to Haven afterwards.
If I might have a moment of your time.
Grand Enchanter
Fiona.
Leader of the Mage Rebellion.
I heard. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps my people are the...
I'm surprised the leader of the mages wasn't at the conclave.
Yes, you were supposed to be, and yet somehow you avoided death.
As did the Lord Seeker, you'll note. Both of us sent negotiators in our stead in case it was a trap. I won't pretend I'm not glad to live. I lost many dear friends that day. It disgusts me to think the Templars will get away with it. I'm hoping you won't let them.
So you think the Templars are responsible?
Why wouldn't she?
Lucius hardly seems broken up over his losses, if he's concerned about them at all. You heard. So yes, I think he did it. More than I think you did it, at any rate.
And what do you want in exchange for the mage's help?
Oh, I haven't promised the Inquisition our help yet. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lord Herald.
Come, let us return.
Let's... It's nothing like being attacked in a random courtyard.
How much did you expend to discover me? It must have weakened the Inquisition immeasurably.
I don't know who you are.
You don't fool me. I'm too important for this to be an accident. My efforts will survive in victories against you elsewhere.
Just say what?
What is that?
Ugh. Squishy one, but you heard me, right? Just say what? Rich tits always try for more than they deserve. Blah, blah. I mean, it's all good, isn't it? The important thing is you glow. You're the
Some believe I'm the Herald of Andraste. But who are you, and what's this about?
No idea.
You're...
Name's Seth. For the They've... Cheeky, yeah?
Kill that warrior!
They can take you!
Ah, I got it.
Friends really came through with that tip. No breaches. So, Herald of Andraste. You're a strange one. I'd like to join.
How about we get to know each other first? You know, names and such.
One name. No, wait, two. Well, it's like this. I sent you a note to look for hidden stuff by my friends. The Friends of Red Jenny. That's me. Well, I'm one. So is a fence in Montfort, some woman in Kirkwall. There were 3 in Starkhaven, brothers or something. It's just a name, yeah? It lets little people, friends, be part of something while they stick it to nobles they hate. So here, in your face, I'm Sarah. The Friends of Red Jenny are sort of out there. I used them to help you. Plus arrows.
The Inquisition had...
Here's how it is. Then you've all the... So no, like those guards. I stole their...
Alright, sir.
Yeah, plus...
Trust me, you'll come, if you let her join, you'll come to regret it in that. I don't need anybody with me. Check this out, too many breaches. I'm not going all that far. This is where we meet Madame Defoe. Oh, I'd love to go to a masquerade ball.
Master Adar of the Inquisition.
Pleasure, sir. We so rarely have a chance to meet anyone new. It is always the same crowd at these parties. So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer. Or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
Some of those storytellers may have gotten carried away.
But only for the best effect. The Inquisition is a ripe subject for wild tales.
The Inquisition. What a lot of hip shit. Washed up sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously. Everyone knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
I've never made any claims to holiness. What's your point?
In front of all these people, you admit to being a pretentious usurper. We know what your Inquisition truly is. If you were a man of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my... You know...
Madame Vivier?
You should. Whatever... My lord, what would you have me do with this foolish man?
He insulted my honor. I want him dead.
And this, Marquis, is why one must always be courteous to one's fellow guests. Someone be a dear
and clean up this up. You can't have them cluttering up the dance floor.
I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so wanted to meet you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Vivienne, first enchanter of Mrgaymingbear and enchantress to the Imperial Court.
Charmed, Lady Vivienne.
Ah, but I didn't invite you to the chateau for pleasantries. With Divine Justinia dead, the Chantry's in shambles. Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivienne.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
So after this, it just takes us straight back to Haven. Get back, we'll talk, have a bit of sense of humor, maybe, if we're lucky, and then we'll go from there. Right now, we still don't have enough to talk to either the mages or the Templars, and then we need 15 power for each. That I personally go with the mages, but because I'm a warrior, I might do the opposite, and no, I'll go with mages because then I'll show why when I get to that part. Return to Haven's Tansi.
Go in peace, Herald of Andraste. It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard?
My agents in the city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses as well as the character.
We had to do something, and now we have an opportunity.
Yes, and we have the opening we need to approach the Templars and the mages.
Do we? Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the orders somewhere, but to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in...
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
Or you could stop bickering and make a decision.
I agree.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
You think the invitation could be some kind of trap?
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave...
The same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
Then the Inquisition needs agents...
In the meantime, there is one other matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
If you don't know who the Grey Wardens are, and that I'll just give you a bit of background on that. You can also get background from Liliana, and that I don't want to do it right now. I know them really well. On that, so I'll answer this in a couple seconds. The Grey Wardens are a group of, well, fighters and that. There are different kinds. Mostly humans and that, but mages, warriors, rogues. And then they serve to fight the Blight. I'll let Liliana explain it. She is a bit better.
Grey Wardens. I'm not familiar.
They're an ancient order that has existed to fight darkspawn invasions since the first Blight, thousands of years ago. They have faded since those glory days, but haven't disappeared entirely. Ordinarily, their order is neutral in political affairs, but they appear in strange places.
So that's him.
I agree.
The others have disregarded my suspicion. 2 days ago, if you... then they...
So at this moment, I don't go and talk to Blackwall yet.
What did you need?
Well, as you are Calvashos, people have asked. You grew up outside the Qunari homeland, but there is no easy way to ask your words on the queue.
Have you studied the Qun?
It is a decided gap in my education. I know the Qun is a philosophy, a set of laws, a legislative guide, and a social architecture governing the Qunari. Those who appear at court, however, insist that the Qun is too complex for an outsider.
It's not because you're human. Real Qunari tell me I'll never understand the Qun.
Yet they take converts. Their criteria is beyond my grasp. Do you believe in any of the Qun's philosophies?
You can't take a breath in the Qun without someone deciding how long you should hold it. That's not a life for me.
Many won't accept your word by virtue of birth. People ask how a Qunari could be Andraste's heir. It worries them if they believe it, and angers them if they do not. Convincing them of your good intentions will be tasky.
The people will only trust me with the Inquisition after we impress them.
Very true. Let us hope sealing the breach brings us some goodwill. Strangely, your mercenary work is not so inflammatory. People are fabricating extravagant tales of your heroics.
It's not the exciting adventure they dream of. We were hired to guard carts, kill people, and watch our friends die in the cold.
It sounds like a grueling life. Leliana found a letter from the captain of your last company, praising your skill in a particularly terrible battle. The letter doesn't mention what your part in the fight was.
I was in charge of mercenaries storming the headquarters of the bandits we were to dispatch. We caught them by surprise. It was over before the sentries even blew their horns.
That is impressive. I hope life in Haven doesn't bore you compared to such exploits.
Sheets, warm food, sturdy walls. I even have a cot instead of a bedroll. Compared to life on the road, this place is luxury.
I would never have described it that way. I mean, I'm glad you've acclimatized to this place. Truly.
Because she really felt like I really did that. However, she's awesome and funny. So now you'll come out, we'll meet Clem. So you can see the name. Come on.
Excuse me. I've got a message for the Inquisition, but I'm having a hard time getting anyone to talk to me.
Who are you, soldier?
Commissius Aclassi with the Bulls Chargers Mercenary Company. We mostly work out of Olay and Navarra. We've got word of some Tevinter mercenaries gathering out on the Storm Coast. My company commander, Iron Bull, offers the information free of charge. If you'd like to see what the Bulls Chargers can do for the Inquisition, meet us there and...
We'll consider your offer.
I appreciate it. We're the best you'll...
I'll be honest. Okay, Krem looks like a guy, but I'll be perfectly honest. He's a chick. It's hilarious. But it's really awesome too in that because it's like that brings a lot more diversity to the game in that, and I love it. But when at first glance in that, he honestly looks like a guy, doesn't he? Connections. That. Thank you. Cult of Lusty.
Let's see what we have.
We are going to the Storm Coast. Dawn will come.
Your worship, for what it's worth, welcome to the Storm Coast. I would have sent word sooner, but our effort...
How so?
There's a group of bandits operating in the area. They know the terrain, and our small party has had trouble going up against them. Some of our soldiers went to speak with their leader. Haven't heard back, though.
I'll do what I can to find our people.
Thank you, your worship. The soldiers didn't have... with all... well...
So let's go. So we won't go to the rendezvous point yet.
Chargers! Stand down! Grim! How'd we do?
5 or 6 wounded, Chief. No dead.
That's what I like to hear. Let the throat cutters finish up, then break out the cast. Damn, it's true. Oh, the Chantry must love you. A Qunari mercenary is the herald of Andraste. Who'd have thought?
Trinidad,
let's try to keep that to a minimum. Makes the boys twitchy. I assume you remember Cremisius Aclassi, my lieutenant.
Good to see you again. Throat cutters are done, Chief.
Already? Have them check again. I don't want any of those Tevinter bastards getting away. No offense, Krem.
None taken. At least the bastard knows who his mother was. Puts him one up on you Qunari, right?
So, you've seen us fight. We're expensive, but we're worth it. And I'm sure the Inquisition can afford us.
The Chargers seem like an excellent company.
They are, but you're not just getting the boys. You're getting me. You need a frontline bodyguard. I'm your man. Whatever it is. Demons? Dragons? The bigger the better. And there's one other thing. Might be useful. Might piss you off. Ever hear of the Ben Hasra?
I learned of the Ben Hasrath from my parents. They are the enforcers of the Qunari and the spies.
Yeah, that's them. Or, well, us. The Ben Hasrath are concerned about the breach. Magic out of control like that could cause trouble everywhere. I've been ordered to join the Inquisition, get close to the people in charge, and send reports on what's happening. But I also get reports from Ben Hasrath agents all over Orlais. You sign me on, I'll share them with you.
You're a Qunari spy, and you just told me?
Whatever happened at that conclave thing, it's bad. Someone needs to get that breach closed. So whatever I am, I'm on your side.
You still could have hidden what you are.
From something called the Inquisition. I'd have been tipped sooner or later. Better you hear it right up front from me.
You run your reports past Liliana before sending them. You send nothing she doesn't prove. If this turns out to be a trick, or if your reports compromise the Inquisition, Cassandra will eat you alive.
Wouldn't have it any other way. Rem, tell them in to finish drinking on the road. The Chargers just got hired.
What about the car?
Gosh, Chief. We just opened them with axes.
Find some way to seal them. You're Tervinter, right? Tribe bloodman. We'll meet you back at Haven.
I'll take Below with me, and we can see what he's made of. Cassandra doesn't have any. Vivienne has 6. Usually whenever I do mage, I take lightning in that, but since I'm not a mage, I'll give it to Vivienne. And Bull gets the same thing, actually not the same thing that I do. He will take probably Battle Master. I'll give him Battle Master. And let's go to the rendezvous point. Which is sadly all the way up on that hill.
Those must be the bandits Harding mentioned.
Hello, wonderful people who took their time to even notice me. We will get a new staff, a new stave for our nice mage Vivienne. I actually have a staff that I can make for her. It's called Staff of Corruption. At least I should still have it. I might have to go, actually, I may have to go to the Golden Nug. Nope, I have it right there. Up to the rendezvous point we go. Ooh, here we are. Battle! Yep. Ah, lovely how everything takes So less time. Ooh, cotton, yay. Okay.
These must be the missing soldiers.
I will see that their families are notified when we return.
Looks like the bandits are camped further along the beach.
And here we learn something.
Our men were murdered by a group called the Blades of Hessarian.
Well, let's go do this. So we need deep stalker hide. And we need serpentstone. This is where I like having the Black Emporium. Not because all my crafting material needs just float away. And I can pick them up there. It's nice. Let this load up.
Where's my back scratcher?
Okay. Crafting resources. We have enough, so we need 1, 2. A view, and we need a deep stalker hide. There we go. Yeah, I'm just going to need a quick second. I just gotta... It is really hot in my place. So I just gotta turn up my fan. Okay, let's inspect. Craft you. Yay. Inventory. Accessories. That. Get away from them before they decide to shoot an arrow at me. We come and hit him. Haha. We have to disembark here. Hello. I know there's spiders in here. Oh yeah, check this out, check this out. This is my favorite part about this map right here. Be sure to stay far away. But if you see there in the distance, sir, you'll see a dragon fighting a giant. I love that. I will always enjoy coming here just for that fact. But our quest is this way. Get over, yay. But yeah, now here you'll see a dragon fighting a giant, and it's the only place in this game you will see that happen. It is wondrously hilarious. And I don't know if it's a glitch or if the creators actually intended for that to happen, but it's perfect. It's the best. And we are now going to here. So this is where we'll find the blades of Historian.
So you would challenge the blades of Historian? Or did you expect me to stand down because you're an ox?
You killed soldiers of the Inquisition. We cannot let this stand.
You want justice? Claim it.
It's done. As long as everyone here respects the outcome.
Which they do. So you talk with this guy here.
The blades of Historian are at you. If you want eyes on the coast, here we are. Nothing of note, your worship. Our work is often misunderstood. We're loyal to you.
So
The map aside, I would rather swear my life to the Herald of Andraste.
I should go.
You know where to find me.
So there, now we have eyes on the Storm Coast. We'll go do these here later. We are going to go back to Haven. Because Cullen should be done. I just dropped my controller. Now, take wary of my words here. Cullen should be done with those watchtowers. Could still be 5 minutes. So we will have to see. So
When there was no sky maker, you were the sky.
That mercenary band that joined the Inquisition.
You built for them the Golden City.
I have heard.
What may I do for you?
What business are the Mrgaymingbear in exactly?
We began as merchants. My ancestors founded the first trade route to Rivain. We once sent entire fleets across the waking sea.
Let's speak later.
Another time.
I don't know why I left that, but whatever.
If you find anything, please bring it in.
See if Cullen is done. There's a few seconds, I'll just sit here and wait, but if it's any longer than 5 minutes, I'll... Nope, he is done. Awesome. 100 coin.
You were saying something about it. Cullen?
Yes. Haven has limited space for our soldiers to train. Perhaps we could set up something over here.
Okay, we'll have her contact those.
All right.
Let's see what we have.
Go, and we can head back to the hinterlands too. So when we go back, we'll first talk with Master Dennett. And then we will go to Redcliffe. Sorry, I forgot the name there for a second. Now from there we will unlock that, I believe it is not Champions of the Just, in Hushed Whispers, I believe it's what it's called. Nah, so we will go do that. So let us go do that. So first we'll come back here to Braun.
If those refugees are going to defend themselves, they'll need real defenses.
I've built watchtowers in the area.
Nice. I'll speak.
So there's that. Now let's go speak with... Let's take that. We'll go speak with Master Dennett now. Right there. In Hushed Whispers is what it's called.
Yelena says you've held up your end of our bargain, Inquisition. You'll have my whole...
You sent your stable hands and your horses to the Inquisition. What about you?
Well, still. It feels wrong to abandon my land to go play horse master again.
Are you Andrastian? This is a matter of faith. The Maker would want the best to join us.
I've heard some things about you lot. Can't say I'm not... All right, Inquisition. Just let me...
So, Liliana brought us the tip about, the Grey Wardens. I do not approach them. I won't approach Blackwell yet. I don't approach Blackwell until after we've moved to Skyhold, which, if you've watched any of the videos, and that is one of the main areas you end up with in the game. It's actually really nice. After you get there and been there for a while. So right now we will go to so right now this is where we have to look for Blackwell and the hinterlands. We won't go do that yet. The 5 apostate camps that we will go do. We are going to head to the crossroads here. I'll call my horse. Now we come up around here. And then we'll actually head up this path right here. Get off. Kill him. I will. Because we have to come to this. You'll find many things in this game, and the things that you wish you wouldn't have found. Let's take that. Take care of you. And you.
A lot of innocent people getting caught between the mages and Templars.
So now we have something to do in... We have something to do here in Redcliffe now.
I want a constant watch on that damn thing. Sound the alarm at the first sign of demons. Watch out, traveler. The veil's been
Reminds me you have to deal with this. You'll notice something odd about this one. See if we can disrupt this. So I'll finish up with that and now we will talk about it.
What's that? We don't know what these rifts can do. That one appeared to alter the time around it.
We need to find out what caused whatever this is.
Make her have mercy. It's over. Open the gates.
We spread word the Inquisition was coming. But you should know that no one here was expecting us.
No one? Not even Grand Enchanter?
We...
So we'll go confront. Check it out, weirdo soldiers chanting some weird random shit that I don't know. So first we'll go confront Tanner. She's a sister with the Chantry. To get her to join us. I don't know if I can actually have her join with just my word. Then I know that I can use Cassandra, who can have her join.
Grandmother, I think we should go. Go? In the middle of the war?
Before we do that, though, we'll actually go deal with one other thing that is a bit more important.
Too many people died. My apologies. Can I help you?
There are...
Of course they... But if I doubt those refugees would risk their lives for a knife ear. Why should I risk mine for them?
Have people called you a knife ear?
Every day. They need the salves I sell. These... I doubt the humans at the crossroads would be any different.
The Inquisition honors the efforts of all who are willing to help in these dark times. Help the refugees, and we will ensure that you are protected. And...
All right. I'll see... May I help you?
Are you ready?
Yes. It's too dangerous to go hunting through the hills to get...
Goodbye.
Stay safe out there.
So we read that, come back to her. We need to...
Goodbye.
Stay safe out there.
So there we have convinced a healer to help the crossroads refugees.
Greetings, traveler.
Greetings. We will happily mark this. And we will come sell the stuff we have.
A discerning customer. You'll have my best price.
So that's where we go to speak with Grand Enchanter Fiona.
The apostates are responsible for the things we saw. The walking corpse.
Here we will go talk with her.
I am Sister Tanner. May I help you?
Are you a Chantry sister?
A lay sister only. I work here to help. It is very busy work, especially in these times, but let me know if I can ever help you.
I found the letter you sent a Templar named Corin.
What? Shit. You can't prove anything. A letter from a rogue Templar. Nobody is going to care. So, what do you intend to do?
let's see. Impersonating a sister, smuggling, dishonoring Chantry Road. I can think of more if you like. Or you could put your skills to use for the Inquisition.
And you'd keep quiet? Nobody else has to know?
That will depend on how honest your efforts are on our behalf.
All right.
There we go, we got another agent, which gives us another power. Grand Enchanter Fiona is who we will talk to now. Dawn will come.
Welcome, agents of the Inquisition. First Enchanter Vivienne?
My dear Fiona, it's been so long since we last spoke.
You look dreadful.
Are you
You're sleeping well?
What has brought you to Redcliffe?
Is this some sort of test? We're here because you invited us in Val Royal.
You must be mistaken. I haven't been to Val Royal since before the Conclave.
If it wasn't you who invited me here, who was it?
I don't know. Now that you say it, I feel strange. Whoever or whatever brought you here, the situation has changed. The free mages have already pledged themselves to the service of the Tevinter Imperium.
This right here is why you can't trust mages.
Fiona, dear, your dementia is showing.
An alliance with Tevinter? Do you not fear all of Hades turning against you?
As one indentured to a magister, I no longer have the authority to negotiate with you.
The Divine's corpse is barely cold, and you've already joined the Imperium?
Most of Thedas blames us for the Divine's death. The Templar attacks grew worse, and we mages had no allies. Either my people made a last stand here in Redcliffe, or we took the only offer of help extended to us. I had to save him. I had no other choice.
Welcome, my friend. I apologize for not greeting you earlier.
Agents of the Inquisition, allow me to introduce Magister Girion Alexius.
The Southern Mages are under my command. And you are the survivor, yes? The one from the Fae? Interesting.
I'd like to know more about this alliance between the rebel mages and the Imperium.
Certainly. What specifically do you wish to know?
The Grand Enchanter told me she was indentured to a magister.
Our southern brethren have no legal status in the Imperium. As they were not born citizens of Tevinter, they must work for a period of 10 years before gaining full rights. As their protector, I shall oversee their work for the Imperium.
I'm not clear on when exactly you negotiated this arrangement with Fiona.
When the Conclave was destroyed, these poor souls faced the brutality of the Templars, who rushed to attack them. It could only be through divine providence that I arrived when I did.
It was certainly very timely.
What does the Imperium gain from taking rebel mages under its wing?
For the moment, the Southern Mages are a considerable expense. After they are properly trained, they will join our legion.
You said not all my people would be military. There are children, those not suited.
And one day I'm sure they will all be productive citizens of the Imperium when their debts are paid.
I haven't seen any sign of Redcliffe's Arl or his men.
The Arl of Redcliffe left. There were tensions growing. I did not want an incident.
I'm here to get mages to close the breach.
Right, to business. I understand, of course. Felix. I'm not surprised you're here. There is no telling how many mages would be needed for such an endeavor. Ambitious, indeed.
Does that mean you'll lend your mages to our cause?
There will have to be. Felix.
My lord,
Are you all...
I'm...
Come. I just...
Come.
Did the Magister's son give you that? Why would he help you?
So there's some... So Cassandra poses a good question. I actually have to go back in there. Cassandra poses a very, 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 very good question. So, as I said, I'm just going to head back in there. Oh, you frick. I'll never get used to seeing that photo.
Magister Alexi, many villagers have already left to escape his eye. He says all tranquil. Those now in Redcliffe. Even the art. One more. I am an alchemist. You must do it. While one.
We don't need you kind here. Your Inquisition's just Templars by another name.
Who are you?
Linnea. Just Linnea. Don't ask what Circle Tower I'm from, because we're done with that. We're all free mages now.
You'd rather bow to Tevinter than join the Inquisition?
Don't tell me you bought the Chantry's lies about how evil Tevinter is. It's just because they're ruled by mages. No one wants us to look at them and say their mages are free and the world hasn't ended.
But don't Magisters summon demons and practice human sacrifice?
The Chantry says whatever they think will scare us. What's wrong with blood magic? People don't like the idea of us controlling their thoughts, but they have no problem with us throwing fireballs in their walls. In Tevinter, the mages police themselves. It works.
Why does everyone think we're part of the Chantry? We left the Chantry. They hate us.
Right. And I'm the Empress of Orlais.
Some people are just mean. What to do, huh? Now we can go to the Chantry. This is where we will meet somebody important. And perfect. Okay, let's just put that away. Fruit. Elf fruit. The chantry.
Good.
Ha ha ha.
Fascinating. How does that work exactly? You don't even know, do you? You just wiggle your fingers and boom. Rift closes.
Who are you?
Ah, getting ahead of myself again, I see. Dorian of House Parvus, most recently of Minrathous. How do you do?
Another Tevinter.
Pardon me.
Magister Alexius was once my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine.
I was expecting Felix to be here.
I'm sure he's on his way. He was to give you the note, then meet us here after ditching his father.
Alexius couldn't jump to Felix's side fast enough when he pretended to be faint. Is something wrong with him?
He's had some lingering illness for months. Felix is an only child, and Alexius is being a mother hen, most likely.
Are you a magister?
All right, let's say this once. I'm a mage from Tevinter, but not a member of the Magisterium. I know Southerners use the terms interchangeably, but that only makes you sound like barbarians.
Stop talking like you're waiting for applause. Just tell me what's going on.
What? There's no applause? Fine. Look, you must know there's danger. That should be obvious even without the note. As if by magic, yes? Which is exactly right. To reach Redcliffe, before the Inquisition, Alexius distorted time itself.
He arranged it so he could arrive here just after the Divine died?
You catch on quick.
Manipulating time itself? Many have attempted.
The magic Alexius is using is wildly unstable. And
You're asking me to take a...
I know, but when I was still... What I don't...
He didn't do it for them.
Took you long enough. Is he getting suspicious?
No, but I shouldn't have played the illness card. I thought he'd be fussing over me all day. My father's joined a cult, Tevinter Supremacists. They call themselves Venatori. And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, he's done it to get to you.
Alexius is your father. Why are you working against him?
For the same reason Dorian works against him. I love my father, and I love my country. But this? Cults? Time magic? What he's doing now is madness. For his own sake, you have to stop him.
It would also be nice if he didn't rip a hole in time. There's already a hole in the sky.
Why would he rearrange time and indenture the Major Rebellion just to get to me?
They're obsessed with you, but I don't know why. Perhaps because you survived the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
You can close the rifts. Maybe there's a connection. Or they see you as a threat.
If the Venatori are behind those rifts or the breach in the sky, they're even worse than I thought.
Do you have any suggestions?
You know you're his target. Expecting the trap is the first step in turning it to your advantage. I can't stay in Redcliffe. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I want to keep it that way for now. But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to...
There are worse things than...
How much power do I have? Ooh, I have just enough. Shall we? Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Who do you think we should go do? Yeah, I'll go do the mages. Ha 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 ha. So we will do in hushed whispers. We're going to the mages. Because either way we're going to have to fight Red Templars.
At least we've got Inquisition troops out at Redcliffe, giving those people some...
I don't think we have enough to upgrade it. Nope. But let's equip. We are going to equip that.
Yes, sir. With Cedric's compliments, sir.
What's the catch this time?
No catch, sir. Said he wanted to help the Inquisition. Plus, I think the herbs are going to go off. Listen, I'm not saying that the Chantry doesn't do good.
If you are wondering, this is Segra right here.
Thank you for hurrying with the potions. We have so many injured.
You'll learn later on how much of an asshole he actually is. Fruit. Now, where do you think we're going? Okay, let's see. Oh, yes, we do have one. Some.
Have you had any trouble with them?
Not at all. I will inform you if that changes.
Okay, well, listen to the spiel of the Templars.
Must help us close the breach. The Order was founded to fight magic.
We must first convince the Lord Seeker to bring the Templars out of exile.
We've received word from a knight recruit. They gather at Therenfall Redoubt.
It has been vacant for decades. Why go there?
We must approach the Lord Seeker again to get anywhere. We can ask him then.
The Lord Seeker made it clear he isn't interested in anyone unimportant.
So we must change how he sees us. No?
If it's status the Lord Seeker seeks, the Inquisition will approach him after allying with the noblest houses in Orlais.
They'll come with us to Therenfall and demand the Templars' help.
You believe that will work?
Even the Lord Seeker would find it difficult to ignore so many nobles on his doorstep.
Yes, especially when led by the Herald of Andraste.
Is it my good looks you need, or my winning smile?
Rumors you were saved from the fate by Andraste have grown legion among the Templars.
We've done our part to encourage them.
A herald with a few companions may be dismissed, easily set aside. That same herald returning with noble support will be reconsidered, as will the power of the Inquisition.
If I have a growing reputation, we may as well use it.
If it moves the Templar...
With respect.
We do not need the Lord Seeker. We need his Templars, with or without his approval. The breach will not wait for our differences to settle.
So there's that.
Several noble Orlesian houses will petition the Templars to help us stop the breach. Lord Abernash...
We don't have the manpower to take the castle. Either we find another way in, or give up this nonsense and go and get the Templars.
Redcliffe is in the hands of a Magister. This cannot be allowed to stand.
The letter from Alexius asked for the Herald of Andraste by name. It's an obvious trap.
Isn't that kind of him? What does Alexius say about me?
He's so complimentary that we are certain he wants to kill you.
Not this again.
Redcliffe Castle is one of the most defensible fortresses in Ferelden. It has repelled thousands of assaults. If you go in there, you'll die. And we'll lose the only means we have of closing these rifts. I won't allow it.
And if we don't even try to meet Alexius, we lose the mages and leave the hostile foreign power on our doorstep.
Even if we could assault the keep, it would be for naught. An Orlesian Inquisition's army marching into Ferelden would provoke a war. Our hands are tied.
The Magister...
has outplayed us.
The Magister's son, Felix, told me Alexius is in a cult that's obsessed with me. I doubt they'll graciously receive our apologies and go about their business.
They will remain a threat, and a powerful one, unless we act.
We cannot accept defeat now. There must be a solution.
Other than the main gate, there's gotta be another way into the castle. A sewer, a water course, something.
There's nothing I know of that would work.
Wait. There is a secret passage into the castle, an escape route for the family. It's too narrow for our troops, but we could send agents through.
Too risky. Those agents will be discovered well before they reach the Magister.
That's why we need a distraction. Perhaps the envoy Alexius wants so badly.
Keep attention on Adar, while we disable the Magister's defenses. It's a gamble, but it might work. Fortunately, you'll have help.
This man says he has information about the Magister and his methods, Commander.
Your spies will never get past Alexius's magic without my help. So if you're going after him, you're coming along. The plan puts you in the most danger. We can't in good conscience order you to do this. We can still go after the Templars if you'd rather not play the bait. It's up to you.
So I made up my mind ages ago I'm going after the mages again, partially because it's just fun to fight Alexis, and and essentially kill him once. And also because so I'll assure you, Lord Seeker Lucius is not who you think he is. Who we saw in Val Royeaux is an envy demon. And that is not somebody I want to go mess with. So we are going for the mages. So Dorian on this is sad. A very sad must. Take Cassandra, and we'll take... take Vivian. No, we'll take Iron Bull. I take Vivian on this one always.
Announce us.
The Magister's invitation was for Master Adar only. These others will have to remain here.
No. No, they won't.
If my friends can't enter, then I won't go in either.
My Lord Magister, the agents of the Inquisition have arrived.
My friend, it's so good to see you again. And your associates, of course. I'm sure we can work out some arrangement that is equitable. Fiona, you would not have turned your followers over to my care if you did not trust me with their lives.
Of course she trusts you, Alexius. I'm sure lots of people put their lives in your hands. You have one of those faces.
Yes, the Magisterium tells me that so often. Shall we begin our tour? The Inquisition needs mages to close the breach, and I have them. So, what shall you offer in exchange?
Don't bother. I know that you invited me here to kill me.
If you believe that, I marvel that you chose to come anyway.
He knows everything, Father.
Felix, what have you done?
You wanted me here. Why?
Do you know what you are? You walk into my stronghold with your stolen mark, a gift you don't even understand, and think you're in control. You're nothing but a mistake.
If you know so much, enlighten me. Tell me what this mark on my hand is for.
It belongs to your betters. You wouldn't even begin to understand its purpose.
Father, listen to yourself. Do you know what you sound like?
He sounds exactly like the sort of villainous cliché everyone expects us to be.
Dorian, I gave you a chance to be a part of this. You turned me down. The Elder One has power you would not believe. He will raise the Imperium from its own ashes.
Blah, blah. My cult is better than yours. I've heard it 1,000 times.
Well, you know, it's a chance for the Imperium to really one-up that whole starting the Blight thing.
He will make the world bow to mages once more. We will rule from the Boric Ocean to the frozen seas.
You can't involve my people in this.
Alexius, this is exactly what you and I talked about never wanting to happen. Why would you support this?
Stop it, Father. Give up the Venatori. Let the Southern Mages fight the breach, and let's go home.
No, it's the only way, Felix. He can save you.
Save me?
There is a way. The Elder One promised, if I undo the mistake at the temple.
I'm going to die. You need to accept that.
Seize them, Venatori. The Elder One demands this man's life.
Your men are dead.
Your men are dead, Alexius.
You are a mistake. You should never have existed.
Time travel. So it's actually the freakish way to time travel.
Blood of the Elder One. Where'd they come from?
Interesting. It's probably not what Alexius intended. The rift must have moved us to what? The closest confluence of arcane energy?
The last thing I remember, we were in the castle hall.
Let's see. If we're still in the castle, it isn't. Oh, of course, it's not simply where, it's when. Alexius used the amulet as a focus. It moved us through time.
Did we go forward in time or back? And how far?
Those are excellent questions. I'll have to... Let's look around, see where the rift took us. Then we can figure out how to get back. If we can.
What was Alexius trying to do?
I believe his original plan was to remove you from time completely. If that happened, you would never have been at the Temple of Sacred Ashes or mangled his Elder One. I think yours... I counted it. The magic went wild, and here we are. Makes sense?
It just seems so insane.
I don't even want... We did... But don't worry. I'm here. I'll protect.
Then let's go.
I'm right.
For this one, I recommend having more space than what you would originally have, so... For me, I have 60. That if you have less than that, then you won't be able to pick up a lot of stuff and you'll have to sacrifice some things.
Alexius has made a dreadful mess of this place, hasn't he?
I didn't see this part of the castle.
It was covered in the tackiest carvings of wolves and dogs I'd ever seen. This is not an improvement.
This is red lyrium. Come here, you little bitch. Let's head down here.
300 bottles of beer on the wall. 300 bottles of beer. Take one down, pass it around. You're not dead. You're supposed to be dead. There was a burn on the ground and everything.
Alexius didn't kill us. His spell sent us through time. This is our future.
Well, it's my present, and in my past, I definitely saw you both die.
We're going to fight Alexius and see about fixing all this. You coming?
Why? You want to see what other tricks he's learned? Alexius isn't the one you need to worry about. It's his elder one. He killed the Empress of Orlais and used the confusion to launch an invasion of the South. The army was all demons. You ever fought a demon army? I don't recommend it.
There we have one. They put Vivian and Cassandra together. This is just a random room down here. A randomly weird looking room. With only this in it. Go up the stairs, we'll go through that door across the hall there. And right here is where we find Cassandra.
Through the paths of this world and into the next. For she who trusts in the Maker, fire is her water. You've returned to us. Can it be? Has Andras... Maker, forgive me. I failed you. I failed everyone. The end must truly be upon us if the dead return to life.
We're going to kill Alexius. Come with us.
I don't understand. Go back in time. Then, can you make it so that none of this ever took place?
And I'll make sure Alexius suffers for his crimes.
None of...
Magister's in his throne room. Vince say he locked himself in.
We're not going after the Magister yet. We have one other person we need to go talk to. And she is down on this side. Here, and she is not that one, not in that one. Before we can go see Magister Alexius, we will have to find our spy master. Well, she is in here.
You're alive. I saw you disappear into the rift.
What is the date? I need to know how much time has passed.
Got this 9:42 Dragon.
9:42? Then we've missed an entire year.
We have to get out of here. Go back in time.
Please, stop this from happening. Alexius serves the Elder One, more powerful than the Maker. No one challenges him and lives.
That mad...
Our only hope is to find the amulet that Alexius used to send us here. If it still exists, I can use it to reopen the rift at the exact spot we left. Maybe.
Good.
I said, maybe. It might also...
You, your spy master. Quick.
So, now, you can imagine what we're going to do.
It's an infection. Maker, why is it coming out of the walls?
Are you sure you want to find out?
Let's do this. Take Iron Ball, actually. Oh, yes.
Damn, I needed a good fight.
Just like old times.
Where are you? He had the key. So now we come into this weird looking room. Jump over the table. Such a bad person, I know. I have my feet on the table. Take that, let's go. Let's give Dorian some abilities. He has a fire staff, and that he does mostly fire, so I give him fire. Let's do... that. Up into here, around here.
The Elder One has taken all the systems and will soon rule.
May she find peace at the Maker's side.
Now we come down this way.
The sacrifice at the temple.
Spake!
Never. There's no use to this defiance, little bird. There's no one left for you to protect.
You're wasting your breath.
Talk! The Elder One demands answers.
He'll get used to disappointment.
See that it's a Venatori who's questioning her.
I will die first. Or you will.
She broke his neck, if you're wondering.
Well, that was impressive.
Anger is stronger than any pain. Do you have weapons? Good.
Alexius sent us into the future. This, his victory, his Elder One.
If we get back to the present and stop Alexius, then you'll never have to go through this.
Let's go.
What happened while we were away?
Stop.
I forgot. I need the key.
Just asking for information.
No, you're talking to Phil Silence. Nothing happened that you want to hear.
We need to find Alexius. I'm sure he'll be in the nicer part of the castle, if there is one.
Wisp. And so we turn this, we go through this lovely, weird looking area. We'll have demons to fight again. So pretty much all this castle is pretty much demons and red Templars. And Venatori.
The Magister needs more power for his rituals. Come forth and serve the Elder One.
Look at him run scared. And now he dies.
Alexius can't have wanted this.
Loot. If you're curious, that is what happens when I do that. Although I did try to go for a swim, so kind of deserved it. Comes the fun part, a random rift just appears.
The Elder One and his Venator, they are the ones.
Yes, come attack me. Because you won't even get the chance. Haha. We'll have to deal with another such Fade Rift. As a mage, I can usually get away with attacking from a distance. Oh yeah, that's right, I'm in a slower area, so it takes more time to... Nice thing is it's done. Just takes longer because I'm in a slower area. Go. Deal with those because we'll have another supply crate coming up here soon. You can go look through these doors here. I do. You find fascinating stuff. Find some great loot. Some great and not so great. Some things, any great things that I find, I'll go sell. Pardon me. And it's because it's just that they're just good enough to get money with. But we'll read Alexius's journal. Take that. The one here in the corner, and this is why I say make sure you have 60. And that's because if you have 40 in that, you'll fill up your inventory really fast, and then you won't be able to really get much to sell.
What became of Felix? Do you know?
Yes, I know.
And you're not going to tell me?
You'll find out soon enough.
Liliana, stop being so freaking cryptic. Here's a wonderful world of everything. And here we are now. Loot everything. So here you'll see.
Alexius will likely be there.
So that thing that I just picked up, it's a red lyrium shard. I will explain to you what it is used for after I go find them. There are 5 in total. Do you have to find so first? I work on trying to consume my potions and that, so here I have 4. Left over here you'll see a supply crate. I won't take it yet. So first we take this door to our right.
Try to take out that enchanter quickly.
Don't really get a chance to really do it without them noticing.
Mind if I take some souvenirs? Maybe just a couple of those pronged helmets.
So now we have 2. Ooh. I'm really bad for the feet on the table, but like the way I see it, it's a game. I don't think they really care. I think they want me dead more than they care about their precious tables. But there, so now we have 2. So we go down this hall, and then you'll only find them on mages or magisters.
Had very questionable taste.
Yes, somebody did. So we come in here. I'll tell them to hold position there.
We could take them by surprise.
Kill the enchanter!
You'll hear Dorian say something too.
Sorry for interrupting your dinner.
It suits because we kind of did. But I don't feel bad about it. So here. 2, 1. We'll need one for Cassandra and that, so in this area, and that from one side you'll have to get it to it by rogue. This side, it's through that door. You go to Cassandra, and you give her one. Move bull. So now we will come around these tables here. Go through the doorway there. Here you need a rogue to get into this one here. You don't. And it's just doing that. Let's break down this wall. Quick, easy. Could have just used the door, but I don't like to. So now we have one last one to find, so... yeah, let's read that. Sadly, nothing else in here but that move bull. Move. Check this room. There's nothing really much in here but just these. But these like bags, they give you really good things, and that like any crafting materials you need. Usually, you can really expect them for that. But down.
Rifts tore apart all of southern Thedas, starting here. But whether that's his doing or the breach, who can say?
Come across. Go through this door here. Come into here, you'll want to race to that Magister first.
Go up the stairs! Let's head back to the main hall. I think I know how we'll open the door. Doesn't look like the Elder One is interested in saving his followers.
Haha, okay. Because we will need potions for when we go to fight Alexius, so if you remember the supply crate that we went by, I had left it there untouched. That is why. So within doing this, and that I really pick my team very well. I choose who will give me the best skills, who will really help, who won't die the quickest. There we go. Hello, Alexios and Felix.
Look at what you've done, Alexius. All this suffering. And for what?
For my country, for my son. But it means nothing now. I knew you would appear again. Not that it would be now, but I knew I hadn't destroyed you. My final failure. It doesn't matter now. All we can do is wait for the end.
It does matter.
How many... all... He would have... Please, don't hurt my son.
Here, you have...
Anything you ask.
I have three choices. I do this one.
Let him go, and I swear you...
I won't.
No.
I gave the word. Your death will be my apology. Someone help!
He creates a fate rift. Oh, let's take him out. So he can only make small fate rifts, he can't make big ones. So here I have them attack my target. Now really try and finish Alexius off in this last part. I'll let the video play out. I'll be right back.
He wants his diamond. Those lies he told himself, the justifications. He lost Felix long ago. Didn't even notice. Oh, Alexius.
How do we reverse the spell?
This is the same amulet you used before. I think it's the same one we made in Minrathous. It's right. Give me an hour to work out the spell you used, and I should be able to reopen the rift.
An hour? That's impossible. You must go now.
I was wondering when you'd show. We'll head out front. Keep them off your tail.
We'll make this count.
The only way we live is if this day never comes. Cast your spell. You have as much time as I have arrows. Though darkness closes, I am shielded by flame. Andraste, guide me. Maker, take me to your side.
You move, and we all...
You'll have to do better than that.
You failed, Alexius. How How forgiving is your Elder One?
You won. There is no point extending this charade. Felix.
It's going to be all right, Father.
You'll die.
Everyone dies.
Well, I'm glad that's over with. Or not.
Grand Enchanter, we'd like to discuss your abuse of our hospitality.
Your Majesties.
When we offered the Mage's Sanctuary, we did not give them the right to drive our people from their homes.
King Alistair, Queen Anora, I assure you, we never intend...
In light of your act...
You went...
But we have hundreds who need protection. Where will we go?
I should point out that we did come here from mages to close the breach.
And
hopefully... I suggest
It seems we have little choice but to accept whatever you offer.
We would be honored
Cassandra's answer.
at the Inquisition's side.
We'll discuss this later.
I'll pray that the rest of the Inquisition honors your promise.
The breach, we can't fight it without you. Any chance of success requires your...
It's a...
Everybody will be annoyed with us. Whatever. It is worth it though. And I will explain here in the next part as my character. Now, for starters, I will never choose to take them as prisoners. And then that's because I don't believe that they should be imprisoned. Nor do I believe that they should be left free as well.
It's not a matter for debate. There will be abominations among the mages, and we must be prepared.
If we rescind the offer of an alliance, it makes the Inquisition appear incompetent at best, tyrannical at worst.
What were you thinking, turning mages loose with no oversight? The veil is torn open.
Give them their freedom for now. If they prove later they can't handle it, impose restrictions.
And how many lives will be lost if they fail? With the veil broken, the threat of possession. You were there, Seeker. Why didn't you intervene?
While I may not completely agree with the decision, I support it. The sole point of the Herald's mission was to gain the mage's aid, and that was accomplished.
The voice of pragmatism speaks. Here I was, just starting to enjoy the circular arguments.
Closing the breach is all that matters.
The longer the breach is open, the more damage it does. We should head there as soon as possible.
Agreed. We should look into the things you saw in this dark future. The assassination of Empress Celine. A demon army.
Sounds like something at Tevinter.
Join us. None of this means anything without your mark, after all.
And I'd hope to sit
I
out
love humor.
on the breach. Take a nap. Maybe go for a walk.
What is it they say? No rest for the wicked.
Meet us there when you're ready.
I'll skip the War Council, but I would like to see this breach up close, if you don't mind.
Then you're staying?
Oh, didn't I mention? The South is so charming and rustic.
I must admit, I'm surprised.
We both saw what could happen. It's my duty to stand with you. That future will not come to pass.
There's no one I'd rather be stranded in time with. Future or present.
Excellent choice. But let's not get stranded again anytime soon, yes?
I'll begin preparations to march on the summit. Make a willing, the mages will be enough to grant us victory.
So, as I said there, and that, like, they don't don't initially agree with what I chose to do, but I chose to do it for specific reasons. And there is a level of a reason why.
And my miners appreciate your business.
Let's save. I know it auto saves in that, but I like to just resave it as well.
Templar? He's not wearing the armor.
He didn't have to. Might not be a Templar shield, but it's a Templar holding it. He angles the shield just to... Qunari learned the same thing when we trained to fight Tevinter mages. Your Templar's doing good work.
I'm impressed by what Cullen has accomplished with the troops.
Damn right. It takes time to build a group into a team, but he's got their loyalty. Now he just needs them to make a decent shield wall, and they'll be good to go. Biggest problem for the Inquisition right now isn't on the front line. It's at the top. You've got no leader, no Inquisitor.
The Inquisition has done all right so far without an Inquisitor.
That's because all we've needed so far is damage control, reaction. A group can handle that. Once you've sealed the breach, it's going to be time to make decisions. Someone's going to have to step up.
You think?
I'm gonna change my mount because I have a few nice ones. I have that. That one looks weird. It looks like a unicorn. It looks like a horse took a needle, a giant needle, and literally stuck it through their nose. I have a couple hearts. I have this one, and I have this one. I don't think I do have a mountain Dracolisk. It looks, I'll be honest, it looks like a horse didn't even, it looks like a horse is malnourished. And then horses, I have just about every single one. I don't use much of my horses in that.
We've gotten a new shipment. You'll have what you need.
Oh, I need cloth.
Quartermaster's keeping this place running. I'll pass on your thanks, Master.
Scrim. I don't know where in here Dorian is, actually. There's Cassandra and Cullen, Iron Bull, Blacksmith, Varric, Liliana, Sarah, Solus. Dorian, there he is. Sarah's in there. We'll go chat with her afterwards. To be honest, I don't like her. There you are, Dorian.
The Inquisition supports free mages. What's next? Elves running Hallam Sharal? Cows milking farmers?
I take it you don't agree.
On the contrary, I approve. Heartily. I do wonder if you've considered what this support of yours will do for mages in general. The Inquisition is seen as an authority. You've given southern mages license to, well, be like mages back home.
If that means they're anything like you, I approve.
Ha! There aren't many mages back home like me.
I'd believe that.
I never fit in. Bloodstains are so difficult to clean, you see.
So we're doomed to a future of blood magic, then?
Not at first. But you'd be a fool not to see where this could lead. The thing is, The Imperium was once just like the Sun. Templars, proper circles, all that rot. Then it changed, by inches. Not that this is reason to oppress us. Still, my homeland should be a cautionary tale, not a source of inspiration.
It occurs to me that I barely know anything about you.
Beyond my being a mage from Tevinter, you mean?
Beyond that, yes.
And beyond my being so charming and well-dressed, which is obvious to anyone.
I'm well aware of your finer qualities, believe me.
Of course I believe you. The moment I saw you, I thought, there's a man who knows quality. Now, what was I talking about? Ah, yes, me. I am the scion of House Parvis, a product of generations of careful breeding and the repository of its hopes and dreams. Naturally, I despised it all. The lies, the scheming, the illusions of supremacy. That's Tevinter in a nutshell, isn't it? Needless to say, my family was not happy with my choices.
Why would your family be upset with your choices?
Because I rejected their idyllic plan. If they had their way, by now I'd be married to some unlucky girl from a powerful family. We'd live in luxurious despair, despising each other as I waited to take my father's place in the magisterium. I declined the honor, and thus it's best I'm far from home. Less of an embarrassment that way, you see?
What did you mean by generations of careful breeding?
The great families of Tevinter don't have children. They refine traits, weed out the undesirable, and promote the rest. My mother was chosen for my father because magic runs strongly in her blood. Never mind that they loathed each other. They wanted a son who could become Archon to make House Parvis the envy of the Imperium. They got me. A cautionary tale that you should be careful what you wish for.
I'm getting the impression you don't care much for your homeland.
On the contrary, I care for my homeland a great deal. We protect. Not everyone feels that way. I don't. Sadly, we're the minority.
It just seems so much of what you say about the Imperium is entirely negative.
It might sound that way. For all our... We treasure... And if I truly believed my home...
Why remain with the Inquisition?
I'm not exactly... Not that... I'm sure some magisters would disagree. But that's why we killed them.
I think I've heard enough.
That's too bad. I never tire of talking about myself.
I'd like to ask you about Tevinter.
Ah, yes, probably. I digress. Anything in particular you wanted to know? The magisterium rules. That magisters are all mages is considered a convenient technicality.
What is the magisterium, exactly?
The upper house of the Imperial Senate, and the only part worth having a seat on. Those seats are split among the circles of Magi, the Chantry, and the major families. It's odd that outside the Imperium, you use Magister like it applies to every Tevinter mage.
If you're not a Magister, then what do you call it? No special title?
I'm an Altus, which is almost as good as a Magister, depending on who you ask.
I've never heard of an Altus.
Upper class. Those families who trace descent from the Dreamers, the first prophets of the old gods. If you're a mage, if you're not a mage at all, you're Sokarati. That's everyone else. We do love our fancy words.
I thought the Archon...
Even so. Thus the Archon gets invited to all the
If...
Yes, let me put it... If you're not... The idea that anyone could be a mage, however, keeps the masses placated.
Can anyone be a mage?
Technically. The potential runs mostly... more... So they... Poor sods don't realize that means he'll be a...
Being...
I am... Counting? No. If you're a second-class citizen among a pack...
But let...
Of course.
There's an Imperial Chantry, isn't there? With its own divine?
You people aren't supposed to talk about the Black Divine, are you? If you mention him outside the Imperium, people make that face. Like you're urinating in public. But yes, we do have the Chantry, or a version. Perhaps it started with good intentions, but these days it's academic. The circles are in command.
There's...
We don't have... We have... They watch. Mostly they enforce the Magisterium's edicts.
Do you really call him the Black Divine?
We don't call him that, oh no. In the Imperium, he's the true divine. It all stems from a disagreement.
What?
It's not my dance. So we elected a man as divine, the South declared war, and we've been feuding cousins ever since.
So the Imperial Divine is...
All the better. Same reason you never see him. It's not an opinion that makes me popular. That's not so. I'll say
in me
that you are what we needed most at the moment we needed it. That's what they will say in ages to come.
You don't...
If you do. The Maker doesn't need me to believe.
Let me ask...
So many questions.
I'm wondering if the Imperium would be a useful ally.
I think you'd be more concerned whether or not they'd support the... They work secretly. Many Magisters will rejoice in the idea. And if the South... Let's not forget that the Inquisition... I think they're far more frightened what you'll do if you... Of course, what people... It's safe to assume that... Nowadays, only the most learn to keep quiet. Back home, it's... how it is. Slaves are everywhere. You don't question it. I'm not even certain many slaves do.
You think slaves like it that way?
I didn't say they like it. In the fact, some slaves are treated poorly, it's true. But do you honestly think inescapable poverty is better?
I suppose not, no.
I don't know what it's like to be a slave, true. But I suspect you don't know either.
That's all I wanted to know.
Fair enough.
Have you gone to see Alexius yet? He's in the cells.
Not yet, no. I saw him before they locked him up. He looked... I suppose he hardly...
So much to learn. Here's Sarah.
So, another reason the Templars and mages need to be sat down. They're too busy to look over what the questions are. Sound good to you, All Chosen Lord Herald?
I don't like talking to her. She's a bit of a handful. I mean that in the best way possible, too.
The Inquisition appreciates your assistance in this matter.
We shall head down here. Read. Nice. Loot. Cool. Down here. We need a need to be a rogue to do that one. Head into here. We need to be a rogue to unlock these. But we can loot this. So haha. Oh, ha 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 ha. Read that.
The Inquisition appreciates your assistance in this matter, Lady Corbin. And my miners appreciate your business. You'll have your lyrium by the end of the week. I should tell you, Ambassador, the Chantry raised some fuss when they learned about our arrangement. The Inquisition must certainly seem an audacious idea to the Grand Clerics. We hope to convince them it is
I think this is Cassandra's room. Don't quote me on that one. I don't actually keep track of that.
I'll take my leave. Good day.
Who was she, Ambassador?
A merchant. I thought we should reach out to the dwarves to secure lyrium for the Inquisition's mages. According to Lady Corbin, it raised the ire of the Chantry.
Oh.
Access to lyrium makes us rather more formidable than anticipated. We're becoming a challenge. Sadly, the remaining Grand Clerics appear to be consolidating the Chantry's power instead of converting the masses.
The Chantry should be a place of hope, not another group scrambling for answers.
That must be its strength again. The Chants did much to bridge nations. Little but the Chantry ties Orlais, Navarra, Ferelden, Antiva, and even Rivain to a common cause.
Has the Chantry truly promoted such peace?
Andrasti's chant is familiar across kingdoms, a source of many shared customs. That is the crucial point. Common ground is the start of all negotiations.
I suppose a shared faith can be useful when talking with strangers.
Precisely. And these similar interests are merely where we begin. We must learn to think beyond our own wants to secure peace in Thedas.
Planning to steer the history of the world, Ambassador Montilyet?
I believe the Inquisition is already charting that course. Which brings me to a question, if you have a moment. The remaining Grand Clerics sent a missive inquiring about the events at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. They demand to know whether the Inquisition officially claims that Andraste saved you from the breach. If it were up to you, how would you reply?
Will my answer change your reply to the Chantry?
If Leliana, Cassandra Cullen, and I could agree on our official stance, I could answer that. We should decide soon. The revered mothers don't seem to know what to make of you.
I'd tell the Chantry that Andraste herself shielded me from harm.
I'd truly like to hear the debates that would raise in Val Royal. Thank you for your thoughts.
Apothecary Adon wanted to know when you might be able to provide the materials he needs. I asked Adon not to rush us. Demon essence is dangerous.
So much. So much to do. Connections. Do that before we go to actually accept that. Do that quest and then we'll go give Vivienne her staff. Oh, and we'll get a tactician's renewal. I can't because I need cloth. I can... How much cloth did I need for that? Because I have cloth here, cotton. We can go make it now. What level am I? I need to be... Level 7 to 8 is recommended for the mission that I'm about to do. I am level 6. It is low. Yeah, I'm a level 6 warrior. So... Just going to... save, and then I'm going to actually... I'll just quickly close and reopen the app there, so just give me a couple seconds. Let's just actually see how... Okay, yeah, I'm going to close the app. I'll be right back.